Hello, everyone. This basically is primarily for my family at this point. So, I, uh, I'm just wanting to straighten out some misconceptions from my childhood and everything else that's going on. So, um, I don't know what everybody's been brought up to believe about me and the family when I was growing up. Thought to let y'all know at this point. Just get some stuff straight and correct. Um, Everybody, is there something you think there's like a mentally wrong with me and stuff, and it's like that issues. Yeah, there might be something to deal with that, but to let you all know, I was misdiagnosed because they thought I was mentally retarded because I was hearing voices in my head. Apparently, at the time I was diagnosed this, apparently I didn't know about it until I hit 10th grade, anyways. So. What happened was, basically, my language skills weren't the greatest in the world. If anybody know in the family, when I was growing up, I had trouble speaking certain words and pronouncing the proper phrases. If anybody noticed that, if they had been around me when I was at a very young age. Okay, what happened was, basically, what it was, I took some poor advice from some cousins of mine. I'm not gonna really name some names if you guys remember. Again, I try to follow their lead as a age. Or be a mentor and stuff. So I've been around them most of the lot when I was a kid. Okay, I've been picked on a lot in school. A lot to do with how tall I was. So I wasn't all fat the whole time as a kid. So that didn't start my weight gain until when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. So, like that. I was skinny as a twig. Again, we'll get to that moment too, for the reason behind that. I found out through the years, again, my mom was misled a lot of things, apparently. What it is, I said they had me diagnosed mentally retarded and hearing voices in my head. First off, anybody who's hearing voices in their head, that's schizophrenia. So there's no family history of schizophrenia. There is no schizophrenia. I have no schizophrenia whatsoever. So, I'll get that clear. So there was never voices in my head. What happened was I was getting picked on a lot when I was tall. I was being violent to the people I was being picked on. And the teachers, the principals, asked me the question why it was like that. I said basically what it was. Somebody told me to do stuff like that. I said I took poor advice from my cousins, of course. So, again, this is when I was like probably, 7, 8 years old, somewhere in that along the lines, when I was going to school. Basically from kindergarten up to 3rd grade and stuff. So when I told the teachers and then whoever was the school administrator, so they misunderstood me. Is that probably how I pronounced it? So I said they told me to do it. Basically, I was stating my cousins told me to do it. Okay. So I just want to make this clear for everybody. I learned a lot. I was thinking it over through time and time again. This made no sense at all. Why it was, and I was going to special education. It didn't feel right. It never felt right in the first place. I knew something was off about me with that whole situation. If the proper diagnosis to come to be, if it was properly diagnosed at the time, they should have spotted it. I had probably possible Asperger's. So that's a good possible. There's a good possible chance I have Asperger's. I've never been diagnosed it yet, but I show all telltale signs of it. So it's a form of autism. But most people don't know what that is. So, and I had people told me it shows like I have Asperger's. So, yeah, okay. So all the time I've been into the wrong classes, the type of classes that needed to be, the proper treatment that was wrong with me, and stuff like that. They were going after the wrong thing because they assumed I was hearing voices in my head because they thought I was making up things when I was being picked on, calling me names and stuff. So they thought I was just hearing voices in my head. So that makes a lot of sense with what I was going through school. A whole lot of sense. Because nobody believed anything what I said. I mean, it's like, it drove me nuts at that point. Because of a misdiagnosis. So, I just want to get this cleared to everybody. I just want to get this out. So, I know I've been a pain in the butt for everybody. Again, it's due to my disability and my issues right now I have. So, I know there's some not excuse for a lot of it, but again, I try to be patient for a lot of people. I tried and try and try. I try to communicate first. I try to communicating people. And it's like, again, I don't know. I don't want to say something. It might not be right. It might be wrong or it might be right. Again, it felt like it was misled down a certain path with a lot of things. That was the whole big deal. I mean, I was being told this and that, what was going to happen maybe, but they didn't communicate with me or talk to me about it, which I am all about communication. I want to talk. Every time I try to call and talk about the situation, I get put off or ignored. So I know there's people got issues in their life, but I normally talk to my mom about things like this, which God rest her soul, I can't do that anymore, or my dad. So I just need to talk to people. That's the whole thing. That's what I all the time. Since I couldn't go out to my mom's half time because of my stepdad or vehicle wise, it is due to because I just made the phone call to my mom. I called my mom a lot and talked to her over the phone. It helped out a few things, get me through some stuff. That's basically all I usually need is just a little talking. But don't just put me in a misdirection and try to blow me off. Say, well, think I'm not going to ask a question about it, continue later. I'm not one of those people that you just tell them, think, well, I'll call you later or tell you what we're doing and not give me the complete details and think I'm not going to ask you again later think I'm just going to forget about it. No, I'm not like that. That's a part of my disability at that point too. So I'm not like that. I just forget about it and don't worry about it. Well, I'm sorry. That's not how I am. Okay? Alright? It's like, that's all I did. Is talk in situations like that. I talked to my mom. I mean, my mom had her spats quite a bit of times. But again, we talk it out. So, and basically what it said, I was misdiagnosed with mental retarded and hearing voices in my head. Which was true. It's possible Asperger's and all my behavior issues because they were treating me for the wrong reasons. So then the weight gain started kicking in. Everybody assuming I was not exercising, not getting out, playing video games maybe at the house, which barely had any videos at the time besides a Nintendo. And that was it. But again, I rarely played that on a constant basis. I was mostly, when we were in Alabama, when I lived with my grandparents down in Alabama, or down there, I used to hike a lot, bike a lot, bicycle basically, did all that. I didn't sit at home. I went exploring the woods, the trails, down in Alabama, especially here in Jackson, same thing, wherever my mom went to move. I rode my bicycle constantly. I was always outside. Even during the time when my parents were together, I was the same way. I was always outside doing some activities. Nobody really paid attention to any of that. So I don't get why nobody inquiry about the whole situation, about me, about my disability. Do I ask questions? What are you going to be doing? I would if it was my kid. What do I expect when he's growing up? You know? That would be the first, and another thing, I would get a second opinion also. Because what I've learned, a lot of things when I was growing up, because they're not always right about their diagnosis on a lot of stuff, especially when I'm going through school. yeah, I said it's heading off. The end of the weight gain situation. I started gaining weight and not really losing. I was gaining, and gaining. I was losing, but stay steady. That was it. Yeah, that was about pretty much about it. It kept it steady, but it kept on gaining. I might lose a few pounds here or there, but still kept on gaining. We realized what the problem was. Things didn't start when I started hit puberty. Things didn't start showing up until I hit puberty. Like my chest was getting bigger, not because of my weight. So basically, what women shouldn't have, I shouldn't have, thing. Okay. And then I was lactating. Figured I started lactating. Nobody still, and my hormones were off and wrong. Where I had less testosterone levels. They were picking up this blood work, but nobody realized what the actual problem was because due to the insurance reasons. Because my mom couldn't do that, take me in for the proper to find out what was really wrong with me because of the insurance reasons. So, because the things they needed to find out what it was an MRI. And I didn't see that we didn't find that out till I was when I was 19 years old. What the real issue was in my weight gain. So, as long as because of inactivity and laziness or overeating that everybody suspected. So, you should realize that if anybody noticed when I was growing up, I never really sat at the house playing video games. My cousins, the ones I've hanged out a lot with, they should have known this. They know all this because I've been out and active, riding bicycles with everybody else, my other cousins, and stuff like that. Everywhere. I rode my bikes to my, I was right, like I say, maybe almost like 15 miles to my uncle's house in Jones, Hillsdale area. Quite a bit. I always rode my bike. I had a few times that I had my mom pick me up because I rode too far. So, yeah. I was very active. So, the reason for the weight gain issue, everybody should know this now. Hopefully you know this now. I've been noticing, but nobody's noticed that. Because of the pituitary adenoma. And I do have it still. And I'm still trying to get it taken care of. But when I got it started taken care of, insurance was a problem. Constantly with me. It was before the Affordable Care Act kicked in. Okay? If anybody don't know the Obamacare. Okay, but again, that gave me problems too. So the only thing I had available to me was the Adult Benefit Waiver Program through DHS. And the first time I got it, I was trying to get the tumor taken care of by medication. I was taking medication for it. That's all I need is medication. No need surgery or anything. And again, the whole situation, the insurance dropped on me. And it took me about probably 4 or 5 years to get it again. Back on the Adult Benefit Waiver Program through DHS. Because the waiting list was, you got a time frame, you got to file for it. And there's so many openings to do it. The second time I got it. Tried again to get my tumor taken care of. Then the Affordable Care Act kicked in. And I lost that because of that. The first time is because somebody didn't file the proper paperwork at the office. But the second time is because of the Affordable Care Act. So the Affordable Care Act kicked in, that got knocked away because I got put on the Affordable Care Act. Then I had to start all that process, getting that taken, and again, that didn't cover everything that needed to be covered. The medication at first, the doctors at first, that screwed me at the time. Until it took about a year to get right back in, to try to get back into things again. But again, after a while, I was like, what was the point? I'm afraid I was going to lose it again, but again, I'm on disability now, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now that's on me at this point. So, because I won't be losing my insurance at all, ever. So that's all on me at this point to get that taken care of. So I just haven't. But from all the other issues that's going on in my life, it's kind of hard to keep track of everything what I got to do now. So I hope you guys, if any of the family watch this, I hope you understand all the stuff you thought about me when I was growing up was probably wrong in the first place. Again, I was misdiagnosed when I was a kid, thinking I was mentally retarded and hearing voices in my head through the whole school and not getting the proper education I needed or the proper treatment or the proper everything that needed to be done. As I said, I should have been diagnosed with Asperger's. So that's, I said, it showed me, I should try to get diagnosed for it. So, because everybody's telling, I got a couple people telling me I got symptoms of Asperger's. So, and the weight gain is not because of eating issues. Yes, I should eat healthier. We all should do. Again, it's not because of the eating problem. I have tried multiple diets. My mom tried multiple diets with me. They all failed. And I've been trying this other diet. I've been going on from a friend of mine on YouTube. And I've been trying, it was working for a period of time. Again, I have been going out to fast food restaurants because of my living situation. That's the whole reason right now. So I hope this enlightens anybody in the family about this point. So if anybody else want to watch this video, like and subscribe. I'm right now. It's like, again, here's my issue right now. There's a chances are I might be out home tomorrow because I do a city inspection, warrant city inspection. So that's where I'm at, and I don't know what to do. I'm asking for help, a lot of it at this point. That's why Bob and Danielle, that's the reason. You should already talk to Danielle about this. So yeah. When it's like, all you gotta do is communicate with me. That was all, talk to me. That's all you had to do. But again, I don't want to just talk about the situation about living situation. I do want to talk about other stuff other than that. I even tried to even reach out to you, Bob, and before Jan died, a couple of times. And again, he just blew me off. So I'm not there for the toys. I'm there to be with my uncle. Other than that, that's it. So, alright. Well, I hope nobody take this the wrong way. If you did, I'm sorry. So, that's about it. I thank you for watching. And if you want to talk to me or anybody in the family more about this, go ahead and give me a call. Or message me on Facebook. I'll give you my phone number, no problem. Or look me up on my business name on Google, Scott's Computer Repair, in Jackson, Michigan. You'll get my number that way. Or ask anybody in the family, like Bob or Danielle. They got my number. So, that's basically it. That's my situation. I hope it just enlightens people. Alright, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.